Hello and welcome to Journey to Becoming, a place where we learn, share, heal, and grow. My name is Truly, and today we are looking at the post quote of the week. And the one that I saw was that this is one of the things that we can do to get our breakthroughs, guys, because you know what they say, there's power in words. And most of us, we are so comfortable in complaining about our jobs, complaining about our kids, our partners. But why don't we turn it around? Just for the next 7 days, I want you, instead of complaining, you just be grateful. Think of anything that brings you joy. For example, you want to complain about your job. Why don't you be grateful and say, you know what, I am grateful that I have a job to go to while living in a country where unemployment is so high. I am grateful that I've got food, instead of being complaining that you don't like. Can we just try or train our minds to be grateful? Because as we become grateful, everything in us changes. Because now when you are grateful, you are attracting abundance. Because when you are complaining, all you're literally saying is that, lack, come join me. Because when you complain, it means you're not grateful for what you have. You know, it's like you as a parent, imagine every time you give your kids things, all they do is complain about you not giving them certain things. So let's just take these 7 days. Instead of complaining, let's speak of our joys. When you see someone, say, I am happy to be alive. I am blessed and highly favored. You know, I am happy that God has blessed me with kids. I am happy that I've got a job to go to. I am happy that in the midst of a pandemic, I survived it. Come on, guys, there's so much joy, especially the fact that we lived through a pandemic and we're still here. That on its own should warrant us to speak about that joy, that triumph. You know, the fact that we're breathing, the fact that you still have all your family members through a pandemic. Let's start speaking about the joys. You know, the fact that you are able to afford certain lifestyles, that should be your joy. Not the fact that you can't go to Dubai, that you're complaining. But can we start talking about our joys, guys? Let's just be joyful. For me, as you know, I've been in my journey to reflect, to recharge. One of the things that I've realized is that I am so hard on myself. I always focus on the negative. And in this journey, I've been learning to focus on the positive, to say, what is it that I'm grateful for? What is it that God has done for me that I take for granted? You know, I always call these little blessings that we always take for granted, the blessings of being alive. We just think, anyway, I should be alive, you know. But this journey has put things into perspective for me, to say, until you learn to be grateful, until you learn to see the hand of God in most of the things that you do, you will never be happy. And I just wanted to urge all of us to just take a moment, 7 days, to not complain, to not talk bad, to not talk negatively, but to just say, these are my joys and I'm gonna share it with the world. Like, you will see amazing things are going to happen in your life when you start doing that. You will start attracting abundance in your life. You know, when you speak, whatever you speak, it comes back to you. Are you talking more about your problems than your joy? Turn it around. Let it be 80% joy and 20% problems in your conversation, in your speech. You'll be amazed at how much better you will feel mentally, psychologically, emotionally, when you start speaking about your joys, your triumph, your achievements, and just let those problems sleep there, man. You know, it's like when you have a new boyfriend, you're always speaking about them because they bring you joy. Let the problems be the ex-boyfriend where you don't want to talk about, and let the joys be your new boyfriend where all you want to do is talk about him and how good he is. So I want your joy to be your new boyfriend where you can just talk about it every day. You'll be amazed at how you will feel as a person, at how things are going to start changing and shifting in your life, at how much abundance you attract in your life when you start speaking about your joys. Even the Bible says, count it all joy. Count it all joy. Are you counting it all joy? Join me in this journey. For the next 7 days, let's count it all joy. Everything that makes you happy, write it down. And I want to make a challenge for you. Every day, write 3 things that brings you joy. 3 things that brings you joy. At the end, when you are going through something, you must always go back to that list and say, even if I'm in this situation, I know that these are my joys. It is not easy. It takes practice. But we're in a journey to becoming. Let's become the joy speakers, the joy carriers, the joy spreaders. I love you, family. Be good. Till next time. Never stop becoming.